The FBI's footprint has gotten so freaking big, and the biggest problem the FBI has come out of its intel shops. I'd break that component out of it. I'd shut down the FBI Hoover building on day one and reopening the next day as a museum of the deep state. Chris Wray, the director of the FBI, and Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General then of the DOJ, were tasked with helping us at Congress, where I ran the Russiagate investigation, to expose Russiagate. You know what they did? They launched an investigation against me.
FBI Director James Comey repeatedly denied allegations by President Trump that he was wiretapped by the previous administration.
Now here, I think you've said there's been no evidence of an illegal wiretap.
I've said the FBI and the Department of Justice have no information to support those tweets.
They used grand jury subpoenas to get my personal information, my banking information, my emails, my cell phone information, everything else. I didn't find out till 5 years later when Google called me and said, hey, our 5-year notification has lapsed. We can now tell you the DOJ surveilled you. And we had to turn over documents. The Obamas still have heavy sway in that entire operation. And so do people that have been around for 10, 20, 30 years in Washington.
And as a Catholic, I resent your using the word hate in a sentence that addresses me. I don't hate anyone, so don't mess with me.
Insider trading. I mean, just look at Nancy Pelosi's insider trading deals.
Did you consider that to be a conflict of interest?
I don't know what your point is of your question. Is there some point that you want to make with that?
An FBI official is now under criminal investigation for allegedly altering a document related to surveillance of Trump campaign advisor Carter Page in 2016.
On paper and in theory, it sounds like a good idea. I mean, we use the FISA process to stop bombings in America. You would think that's a good thing. The problem is the people given the FISA authorities in the deep state at the leadership levels, these guys took that process during Russiagate and targeted an American citizen to get into a president's campaign of all American citizens.
It should never again happen to another president. It is incredible. Far worse than I would have ever thought possible.
And you saw more Republicans in Trump's administration. For example, his Deputy Attorney General, Rod Rosenstein, agreed to wear a wire because then Deputy Director of the FBI, Andy McCabe, supposedly another Republican, went to the number 2 cop in the country and said, I need you to wear a wire so we can get information to use the 25th Amendment against President Trump.
Treason, treason. That's what I was gonna ask. It's treason. Look, when I came out a long time ago, I said they've been spying on my campaign. Turned out I was right. Let's see what happens to them now.
Federal prosecutors have decided after months and months not to pursue criminal charges against former FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe.
I know there's a good portion of this country that will read whatever that print is and take it as gospel.
But that's the power of your program. That's the power of your show. You don't have just the goobers in D.C. watching, right? You're so expansive, from military to sports to entertainment to Hollywood to everyday Americans that are so fed up with that garbage that they're actually getting educated.
I want to pick your brain on what we're facing here at home, because everybody knows we're facing something.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the deep state, you seem to be one of the most knowledgeable figures out there.
Well, now who are we supposed to believe? Staff members who we've worked with, who've never misled us, or you guys who we've caught hiding information from us, who tell a witness not to answer our questions? Who are we supposed to believe?
I don't have a revenge march I'm on. I want the Constitution.
You don't have a hit list?
I want the Constitution.
I'll give you one.
I'll take it. I simply want the Constitution to be applied to everybody, singularly, in government and outside of government. That's it. I want the judges to stop being political jackals.
The jackals, hyenas, they're barking at him, laughing at him. They do this, and they get closer and closer and bolder, till one day, the lion has to show the jackals who he is.
you had 3 recommendations for the show, who would they be?
To put on?
To put on.
Oh, man. Well, I know the one guy you should definitely have on. Trump.
Well,
you know.
You're the guy that
maybe
can...
Maybe he's 2 and 3.
You're the guy that can get that done.